like you all to draw your attention towards the second part of the conference, and here we will be hearing from the distinguished academia about the current scenarios and also their valuable thoughts. Along with him, I would also request J. Sangeetha, Associate Professor, Ramaiah Institute of Technology, Bangalore, to please join on stage. Ranjani G., Associate Professor, RV College of Engineering, Bangalore. And last but not the least, Chellatamilan T., Associate Professor, Vellore Institute of Technology, Vellore, to please come on stage. And it's time to begin the fireside chat. I would request the moderator to please take it forward. Over to you.
Good morning all. I am Dr. J. Sangeetha, Associate Professor from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Ramaiah Institute of Technology, Bangalore. And my area of research is on wireless networks, and I do work in machine learning, nature-inspired techniques, and also evolutionary algorithms.
Good morning to all of you. I am Dr. Chellatamilan, professor from Vellore Institute of Technology, Vellore, and my area of research is big data systems and large scale data processing systems like that. And I had more than 2 decades of experience in teaching learning process. So this is my short profile.
It's okay. Sunil, anything? Can you just have Sir Thomas instead of Sure. Right? Yeah. So please join us. Yeah, please have a seat. So first, yeah. So can you introduce yourself? Or you can keep
Good morning all. I am Thomas from Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai campus, from School of Computing Science and Engineering.
These are all around. Okay, anyway, it's great. I'm looking forward to this session because, we have talked so much of theory and all. But at the end of the day, practically on the ground, it's all of you have to, do it. So all of you have been part of this, IBM Buildathon and all that. So I would really be interested in knowing your views on how, it's going forward. So I think I'll start with you, Associate Professor Sangeetha.
Yes.
So, what are the gaps that you see as faculty when it comes to teaching emerging technologies to your students?
Yes, sir, from morning we are hearing same thing, teaching gaps between the industry and academy. So first of all, I feel lot of training should be given for the faculty, because we are the one who is going to meet our students and train them. So as you said, train the trainer. So that is very important. And with respect to the software usage and free license software, if it can help us so that we can use it in our college labs and train our students. And before that, we should get a hands-on session, training on that. So all that will be helpful. And apart from that, like already Dr. Mani sir has said about the importance of the course delivery and the badges and all that. So that also would be helpful for the students and also the faculty.
So this enablement, how are you able to enable it on the campus?
So for example, if I take this Buildathon program, whatever IBM has conducted, initially when I heard about it, I was just thinking, should I participate or not, like that. It was like question mark was there. Then I thought, okay, let me give a try. And then in our college had even NBA committee visit and all that with hectic work. And then I thought, okay, let me register and see what. Okay. So then I motivated myself, and then I took it. And attending that boot camp program, so much it was like informative and lot of knowledge we gained. As you said, impact on digital skilling. So online we could learn lot of things in our house, comfort and all that. And at the same time, when I was attending, it is so nice, like even my child, she was attending along with me, and even she was gaining knowledge. So this training, whatever I learned, like with respect to this project, this from when they also informed that for students it is going to start in a short time. So then I thought, okay, let me try with my proctor. I'm a proctor for certain set of students. So I started informing my students, telling that, see, so and so is there, please do participate, and lot of learning will happen, and all that I shared with them. So I mean, a lot of interest they said, and they all said like, yes, I'm going to register, I'm going to register. And this also motivated me. And then I thought like, I spoke to my head of the department about this program, and I said like, I want to attend this event and gain lot more information and come back to you and tell you about how we should take our students to the next level. So because we have to make them ready for the institute. And whatever so far we are teaching is like theory, 1 hour we should keep on teach, and we lose the interest of students. And so we have to pull them back and say, listen to me, all that. So like IBM tools, all that if we use in the classroom teaching and teach them, even they will also not get bored of hearing me for full 1 hour. And it will be a nice interactive sessions it will be. So rather than one side teaching and the other side audience just sleeping after some time, so the tools will help them to be connected to us.
So this hands-on exposure helps in the...
Yes, surely it helps, sir.
And any particular emerging technology which caught your fancy?
With respect to the technology you're asking. So mainly I'm working on machine learning and deep learning. So when I was teaching the machine learning course, so I said there are mainly 3 categories: supervised learning, unsupervised. The minute I say, they'll be listening. Then I give example, okay. Then after that, again some story if I start, they'll lose interest. So instead of that, some case study like this. So for example, what project was assigned to me was effective heart disease prediction using IBM Auto AI service. So I can give this case study itself, what I learned, into my classroom itself, and I can run through the whole thing in one go. So that would be helpful, I feel.
And expanding on that IBM you talk, how did IBM Faculty Buildathon help you bridge this gap at the beginning of, maybe you talked a bit on that. How did it help bridge the gap?
We had some 1 month break. Students are in vacation. So I'm thinking that in 12th September, the semester is going to start. Okay. So we wanted to bring this experience, what I learned from the project, IBM Buildathon project. Right. This experience, same thing I'm going to copy and replicate that for the first time. The next time I will try to think about what all I can add on and do some modification and all that. Anyways, IBM Cloud Service, all are free available for me, at least for 6 months, I believe. So.
And the students, they attended the boot camp. So how did they find their hands-on experience?
No, students are yet to attend.
They are yet to attend. So are they looking forward to, and have you got any feedback from them yet?
No, sir, like they were saying like 6 to 8 o'clock they are attending. But how far they are, still I did not get any feedback from them. But from the faculty, as a faculty, I seriously went through the bootcamp program on all the 7 days. I think 20th July to 26th July. That's the date I attended.
So based on your experience, how do you think the students, will they be?
Initially
do students
first.
look more interested in hands-on or theory? I mean, how does it?
So one student, he said like boot camp full 2 hours we have to attend, like full theory, we need to sit and again classroom like we have to listen. But I said them, see later on they will show some tools and how to use and all that. If you don't know how to use that, then you are stuck, then you can't do your project, whatever the projects you are going to take up later. So take it seriously. So when I was attending also, like anyways the recorded video was there in our credentials, login credentials. That was quite helpful to me. When I was doing project, based on that experts, what they thought in the boot camp, and I wrote it down, I made a notes. I made it separate 200 pages notebook like that. I noted everything. I don't remember the expert's name. They were really very good. So I enjoyed the session, and 1 or 2 days I also remember that the session happened till 9:30. So still all were very much interested, and all the participants were continuously asking questions, doubts and all that. So even with lot of patience he was handling. And the way he was teaching is like every sentence he used to repeat so that we can concentrate, because it is of 2.5 hours of session. So with that, my daughter, she is 5th standard. She's studying in Baldwin School. So what she did is, she didn't have anything to do after 8 o'clock. So she used to sit with me and listen to the lecture. And when I was doing project, she was telling, this is what in that sir was telling, no, about node RED service. Is that this one? Like she was able to relate. And certain node RED services, which I didn't know what to do. So I was taking help from the Telegram mentors with the help of Telegram service. Then they said, you have to click that, click this, some videos they posted. So I was looking that, then she told, you leave this side, I will do it. She opened that video, YouTube video, she saw that and she did here. So like I thought then, school kids are so much interested in learning. So as Dr. Mani sir was telling, this portal would be helpful for high school students also. So I think later on I can, in my daughter's parents teacher meeting, I can take this point to the school and I can tell them about this.
So it's quite in-depth. It sounds,
Yes,
it's quite in-depth.
Yes, sir. It's really good informative.
Yeah, thank you for those. So actually I'll come to you, Mr. Chellatamilan. So what are the challenges you see in taking knowledge of a new tech to classroom? So it's a big challenge like we discussed. So practically,
Yes. Yes, it is really a challenge for the facilitators like us for providing the environment in terms of infrastructure, platform, and the required software to conduct the lab experiments related to recent technology. Especially, we struggle a lot in getting the platform to carry out the capstone project and other things. So there is a lack of sustainability in terms of procuring the equipment and procuring the softwares, platform and infrastructures, everything. So I think the technologies, the potential use of networks, communication and cloud technologies and the clustering technologies will definitely helpful for the facilitators to consolidate the every requirement to conduct the latest exercise or latest lab experiments, especially OpenShift. I have participated OpenShift platform, and they have given wonderful project specification with a complete list of diagrams and everything. So the complete requirements about the app was given, and we used that particular specification, and I used the Data OpenShift platform for developing the plasma donor app. Just we develop a plasma donor app with the help of microservice architectures, and then we develop it with our local environment, and then we will go for deploying it over the OpenShift environment. OpenShift provides the sandbox facility for uploading, for containerizing our application onto that, so that we can share the facility of that services across the things. So especially students face problem when they go for applying their knowledge in terms of design, development, testing and coding and deployment. So all the things, usually we will use different softwares, and it is very hard to interoperate all the tools and other things. So especially the help, the hackathon, the build-a-thon, project build-a-thon helps us how to integrate all such things in a single forum, and so that the student will not feel any difficulties in getting the technology into that forum. That is very interesting, as well as very essential thing for all the teachers as well as the students community, I think. Yes.
So I'll ask Mr. Thomas. So how do you currently try to learn new technological skills? Online courses, FTPs, all that. How do you currently?
So basically, we get help from the internet. There are a lot of YouTube videos or tutorials available.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem with those kind of things is like when we have some doubts, we cannot interact with them. Whatever like the YouTube videos or the online materials available, just go through that. But these kind of build-a-thons, like IBM, what IBM conducted, it was useful. Like when we have doubts, we have educators to clear our doubts. And like ma'am told, in my I attended an artificial intelligence session, and all the 5 days it was 3.5 hours session. And the educators were very helpful and very patient in explaining doubts, as well as the participants keep their doubts in chat boxes and they immediately respond all those things. So rather than learning from YouTube videos or tutorials, these kind of build-a-thons will help learning the new technologies.
So I'll come back to you, Mr. Chellatamilan. How has IBM supported you bridging the gap? Was Red Hat and all?
Yeah, yes, sir. So they have shown the various way by which we can go for, there is IBM cloud, free tier scheme is there, and through which we can able to get all the services of IBM. And in turn, we can also go for creating databases required for our applications and other things. And once the complete application has developed, then we can go for deploying it in the other environment also, like OpenShift container or any other Kubernetes container like that. So definitely it will be helping us to combine everything as a container, so that that container could be shared to the respective students, so that relevant materials and other required data sets and required tools could be combined as a single entity, and that could be used by the students. That is the most important things that I feel is that.
And coming back to you, Mr. Thomas, how effective do you think are self-learning courses from the IBM academic initiative? Because you have tried all of them. So.
It was nice. Like they also we know how to build some simple machine learning program, machine learning models, or do some simple projects. But then the course included like how to deploy them on IBM cloud. Okay. So that was quite new, and so we understood how those models can be deployed on cloud, or when like a distributed application, how it can be done. So those kind of things were useful.
Okay. So and what about the number of badges that you have? Have you?
Yeah,
speak a bit about that.
3 batches.
3 batches. Which are those? And just maybe in brief, if you could tell. Do you remember, or?
I don't remember the.
Okay. So maybe if all of you.
It's all for medical. Sorry, it's about for medical domain, how the ML can be used. So 1 badge is on that.
I think maybe if you can just tell, specifically to this IBM course which you attended, maybe if you can speak a bit about that, 2 minutes, the specific thing you.
About build-a-thon?
Yeah, about your build-a-thon experience.
Okay, so after boot camp, so then came, like they said, you have to start your project in 2-3 days. Okay. So which project they are going to assign, how it will be, like I was a little thinking about it. So then the title was posted in the login credential. Then even like what is the project objective, project flow, everything was very clear. It is like nothing like we need somebody all the time to help us. It was not like we can independently manage. But sometimes certain like Node-RED service, when deploying that service was a little challenging. Then IBM Watson service. In our login credentials, certain things were not enabled. So only those scenario like where I posted my errors, and then the mentors helped us. Then data set was easily downloadable. They gave some data set, heart disease prediction, giving the age, BMI and all that. So after downloading the data set and setting up that Watson service and Node-RED service, then I could did IBM Watson project we should start. That we did. And then we need to build a machine learning model. So because it was heart disease prediction, so we should do some classification algorithm we have to use. In boot camp, they said like you have to use, for certain problems, these algorithms only would be suitable, all that. And okay, with that knowledge, boot camp, with that, it helped us. Like, then I decided to use decision tree algorithm. And we built a model. And then I got some 87% or 90% some accuracy, I got it. So then I was very happy. Then I could even see auto AI. I need to run auto AI for it. So I did that. Then save the model, deploy the model, and you give some values, some inputs, and it will predict and say whether there will be heart disease or not. So that I enjoyed. And later on, you need to develop a UI, web application, and where the users will give all the inputs, and you can predict whether there will be a disease, heart disease would be there or not. So Node-RED service I learned. It was like drag and drop, but still where you have to set the parameters, all that we learned. And I remember it was like whole Sunday I used to, morning 10 o'clock I sat, until 3 o'clock I did this Node-RED service only. The small part after my college hours, in the evening, I used to do one hour I used to keep for the project. So one milestone I met. And then later on, one full Sunday, that Node-RED service took a long time. And even, I have to appreciate the mentors and all. Even Sundays also they were available. And whatever the queries we keep on posting, they used to answer. And then immediately I submit GitHub posting whatever we have done, the project report we are supposed to do. So, I remember my college days. After my project, I have to sit and write the project report. Even after my PhD, writing thesis was very challenging. So again, I remembered those days. So I sat and wrote that project report. Okay, project report is ready. Output JSON file is ready. And my executable algorithm, everything is ready. And what is next? Post it in GitHub. We didn't do that. So that was again new thing, how to post it in GitHub. So all that we learned, and now we have a good idea, knowledge about it. So we submitted, and then once you submit everything, 90%, 60% you're done, 70% you're done, you see those, that will encourage you. That
Progressive checkpoint, maybe you can give your experience.
Especially the auto ML and auto AA experiment facility helps us to, the only thing is we have to supply the data set, and then the system, the auto AI or ML system within the IBM will go for applying different models, different classification and models to the same data set, and itself fine tunes the model, and then it will generate the various accuracies of each of the models. And it also provides the deployment space and for storing the data set and to store the developed built product also. And then we can also access that particular model through either web or through Node-RED application or through some other UI application. We can go for accessing the model, and we can further use it in our either Python program or Java program. That is highly flexible to be interoperated with the other programming environment. So that is a good platform, especially for the people who is working on machine learning and this artificial intelligence, that is auto AI experiment about. So that is one course that I have attended, and the other one is this project Built-a-thon, especially for developing a plasma donor app with the help of cloud-based application, so that it could be deployed over any free tier container, and then we can be able to access it. Users can able to access it, and they can give their willingness to donate their plasma. And similarly, the collaborative messaging system, that is the for sharing effective information related to medical healthcare information. Yeah, that's all.
Actually, I attended A and ML session in cohort 1, and as ma'am told, the timing was initially, even with because of the timing, I hesitated whether I can attend the course or not, because from my college it will take 1 hour to travel and reach home, and by that time it may start. So I had some hesitation, but then once I reach home, I immediately start attending that session. So they started with like introducing the technologies and the evolution of artificial intelligence, and then discussed about the deep learning models, CNN, and they were very patient to explain each and every aspect of the statements. It's not like do this, do that. Why you have to do this? Why it is necessary to use like a convolutional layer? What it does to extract the features, the pooling layers, all those things. They explained it very clearly, and whatever doubts raised by the participants, that was also answered by the mentor. I think for me, Hemant Kumar, he was the mentor. I was very patient to explain all those things. And then they explained one CNN model for animal prediction. Again, a similar kind of project was given for plant prediction, fertilizer suggestion, plant prediction and fertilizer suggestions. So that was a good experience to learn, and whatever we learned, we apply it in a similar kind of real world problem. And as I told earlier, like we understood learned some new things, like deploying the ML model in a cloud environment. That was good.
So just finally, how effective do you think are these self-learning courses from IBM academic initiative?
It was an excellent experience, sir. Really, it was effective, and personally, I learned a lot. Yeah.
Maybe both of you also can speak about the effectiveness. How effective is it?
Yeah, it is more effective because as I already told, everything is under one umbrella, so we can use any part of the services provided by IBM. That is there in the service catalog. A lot of services are there, and that is more effective. That everything is provided in a single platform.
Yes, sir. It is very effective program. We enjoyed. And after building the project, my daughter started telling, I'll use this like a game. I'll give these values. Heart disease is there? No. Like that she was like enjoying also. And a lot of learning happened, and we were very serious. As sir said, immediately after college, hours, we have to rush up to home. And like it is not like a burden, oh, should attend, not like that. With enjoyment, I used to attend it, learn. And the experts were very good. In whatever the doubts you share it in the group, they used to answer. So only after, like when we say yes, all the participants say yes, then I'll proceed further, they used to tell. So all yes message. And again they used to proceed. So it was very nice.
So Mani, do you think we have missed out anything? Because anything else you would like to hear from them? Okay. So thank you very much for your
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Q&A. Please sit. So if you have any questions and questions for the panel, please.
And now the floor is open. So audience, if you have any questions, we will be happy to answer it.
You can ask questions to the audience, me, or to the IBM team.
IBM team as well.
Any questions, any type.
Maybe I'll start.
Yeah, please,
Okay,
please.
can we please pass the mic?
Yeah, my question is not specific to the engineering programs, because most of the things you talked about is related to the machine learning or data analytics. Probably I will pinpoint the questions to the IBM team. See, I'm a techie, and 30 years I spent time with the industry, and I switched over to the academic field in the last 2 years, and for a management school. So my question is actually, one of the problem we are finding is, it is easy to go and talk about an analytics program or something through the digital way, but it is finding it very difficult to express, how and what we need to do for the leadership skill for the management students or for a contemporary business environment. All these management subjects, is there any way IBM can help, or do we have a capsule for it?
Thank you, sir, for that very valid question, because I think we all understand that students need all skills other than the technical skills also for a more holistic way of learning. So we do a lot of guest lectures as well at colleges. Once we start to work with you all, and you can actually request if you see certain aspects, we have lots of volunteers within IBM who are supporting, and many of them are here, and you saw our leaders as well today. And you may meet many of them over lunch as well, since we've invited them. So a lot of them actually back our programs up, and in specific areas which are not already existing in the online format that we have, we do guest lectures which could be online or on campus as well. And a lot of them are on the leadership skills and things that you were
Thank
discussing.
you. Probably I'll just talk to you offline. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So I have a similar question, because I also come from a business school. I'm from Jagdish Seth School of Management. So my question is similar. So do you, your data sets or your projects, do these support, in the business specific functions like finance, marketing, HR, supply chain? So do you have projects or data sets which are aligned to these kinds of functions?
To answer your question, sir, there is actually a dataset repository available on IBM Academic Initiative platform, which has number of datasets across different technology domains. So right from banking and finance to supply chain, and so many other datasets are also available in that repository, which can be downloaded and used for research and academic purposes. So of course there are a lot of datasets available, and case studies are aplenty there, right? So there are a lot of tutorials and case studies available, again across all the domains. And I can, there is something on insurance there, there is a few things on supply chain there. There are a couple of them on, various aspects that are available there. I hope that will take care of that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just to add in a slightly different context, I think even the courses that we have, some of them are really basic, and it's not like you need to know technology to actually even attempt that before you get to the experiential learning part using data sets. And they are tailored in a way that, someone from a management school, from a law school, from a medical school, pharmaceutical school can actually understand some of those basic courses. So I'd really encourage everybody to actually look those up, try and learn from those as well, because they're not really only for engineering. That's the point I want.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello everyone. My question is there anything to improve the soft skills of the students, non-engineering graduates and the management students?
Ma'am, yeah, I think it probably is in the same line as, the question sir had asked, and I'd actually like to re-emphasize that soft skills are very important, so it is a valid concern and question that you have. But when we start to work with colleges, we do have people in IBM who are volunteering, and they help us with certain topics of your interest, where we could help students with soft skills, behavioral skills, leadership skills, and so on, which will complement the technical learning that is already available in the platforms that we have.
Thank you.
Actually, my question is, I'm from Diploma College. And as you all know, pandemic is really made the students to buy a mobile right now because of online classes. And the diploma college students are very different way of learning they have, not like engineering, because they are trained for PU, math, science and all those. Here they have a different variety of things to learn actually. They are ready to learn. Only thing is they don't have laptop. So if your course goes on the mobile, it will be really good to reach each and everyone in every corner of India. So that can be happening, that's what, because I was taking the course from i3 processor, it was lagging all the time. Second day I took it in the i5, it was good for me to take it and also do work with that. So, but as you said, it cannot be done on mobiles, but I really want that to be on mobile so that it can be going through every student in every corner of India. So,
ma'am, great to have you, and we have interacted in past, right? So the offerings which are there on IBM Skills Build are suitable for all sets of audience, right from school going to the diploma students to even others, right? And the website is it's a responsive website. So whether you're accessing it on a mobile phone or a tablet or a laptop doesn't matter at all. Regarding your experience you had, right? It would mostly has to do with your network bandwidth than anything else, because all the labs that you were doing as part of the Buildathon program, they were all on cloud, ma'am. So I guess the network bandwidth on that particular day may not have been great when you were doing it on i3 versus the day you were doing it on i5, right? So that is something to be taken in a talk about. But yes, we do have special courses which can suit your set of students available on Skills Build platform. Sure. Thank you.
Hi, myself Dr. Nijiguna, HPD of AML department from EC College of Engineering Technology. Actually, we want to set up AML department in our campus, madam. Any support from your side, any assistance to set up laboratories or any concept related to AML, artificial and machine learning?
Yes, sir. I think all the courses that we have, those can be made available to you. We do have to work with you to, fulfill a request that comes in from your side, and also there are certain documents that we will need to work on, post which, that's the CLA document, and then post which, there is train the trainer for your faculty. There is also self-paced courses that can be taken up. We would also be inviting you all to some of our other programs which everybody can attend. So we just concluded the Buildathon, which is where you are seeing some questions coming from and faculty who are there on stage as well. So that was a faculty development program which was not just focused on theory. There was a lot of theory and we helped them get badges through that, but post that they worked on projects in different domains. There were 4 different domains, including the Red Hat OpenShift, which is now of course the integration layer for a hybrid cloud scenario. So there's a lot of focus on some of these new technologies and the things that we want to get to faculty. So I'm sure you'll be able to benefit a lot when you set up.
So just to add what Mona just said, sir, there is actually an offering called OpenDS for All, where IBM has collaborated with leading researchers across the globe from various universities, where there is a collated content available. I'm sure you would be looking for curriculum and teaching support for the new program that you have launched, right? So that OpenDS for All is a great repository to go, and then we can have a few IBMers coming and serving on your board of studies to help you with the curriculum design, and maybe few of the IBMers can also support as adjunct faculty to teach, right? So we have a huge workforce, which is looking to always support academic institutions as volunteers, right? So I'm sure you can reach out to Purnima and she can help you with more people lined up for supporting you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
This is Guru from Ramaiah Engineering College, Bellore. I have a simple question. To avail the facilities of IBM, might be Buildathon or to have an MOU, is there any ranking like NIRF, NBA, NAC is essential? Because most of the companies, when they find find something to say no for us, for any campus recruitment or for any activities for that matter, they take an excuse of saying you are not certified by NIRF or NBA or NAC, anything as such.
Sir, no. See, the objective of this program is to strengthen the learning, right? The objective is not at all to sort of see a classification or which tier of institution you're coming from. No, that's not what it is for. It's actually open across to every institution across the globe. It's a global program. It's not just for India itself, right? So any institution is more than welcome to come, adopt, work with us in terms of getting the skills. See, it's all about skilling. We are not promising anything beyond that. We're just trying to help you skill your faculty members and your students, right? And of course, once you have the skills, everything else follows, right? So whether it's NRF ranking or getting invited by top companies for placement, all the other things automatically follow, right? So I hope that will answer your question. Thank you. Thank you.
I have a question.
I think we can take one last question in the interest of time, and the rest can be during the lunch.
Are these programs like a student has to be there in the college and you are a part of the college, then the student has to take this program? For example, my son is in PES University. He is in the final year, electronics and communication. In case he has to take this program, now how can he do? Can he do it as an individual candidate? I'm an individual student.
Great question, sir. Glad you brought that up, because I'm thinking now that question may be in the minds of many other people as well. So you can sign up as a student directly on our portal and take some of the courses that are there. But the other set of courses which we actually run through the college and the faculty, those are slightly more advanced level courses, and they may have some projects associated. So we have both sets of offerings. And so the other set of courses is where there needs to be a tie-up with the college, and then depending on the kind of courses that are taken, there is a training for the faculty or students can access it. So there is some that requires tie-up with the college. There are others where the students can actually go and sign up themselves. So if you go to skillsbuild.org, and Mani has just shown that web portal, and there is a link for students or learners, and then they can go sign up there. They need to use their institutional email ID to sign up, because otherwise we have no way to ensure that the student this is a student coming from an academic institute and not somebody from the working population. Because I'd like to also emphasize that IBM is really investing in these programs. They come at a charge for a business partner or a client. There are softwares available for download which are actually expensive, but IBM is giving it at no charge. So it sounds like it's free, but it's not free for IBM. So it is being given at no charge to only academic institutes for the purpose of learning and research. And hence the institutional email ID is important. If a student doesn't have an institutional email ID and we are working with an institute, we have another way of maybe routing it through a partner, but that will be done when the institute comes up with such a problem to us.
But right now, is IBM on PES University on the campus for this program?
PES University can definitely access it. A student of a PES University can access the free part, but like I said, the other portion where you need a tie-up with the university, I don't think we have an MOU at this time.
You don't have still.
But we'd be very happy to.
In case that individual takes your courses, what are the engagement opportunities for the placements with IBM on the individual level?
So placement is always a separate thing, because there is a separate set of tests and everything that is evaluated by IBM by the talent acquisition. So it's not like somebody who has taken a course will directly go and get placed. No, I think there's a lot more merit that is looked at when you're actually getting.
Thank you. Thanks for this.
Nowadays, as per NEP, we have seen most of internship programs required. Can this course be considered as internship, and you will be certifying them as internship after they complete the course?
So the answer is no, sir, because internship again comes under the hiring piece, which is a separate activity that happens within IBM. You need to clear certain tests and all of that, so you get an internship.
Okay.
Right, but we do have certain programs where folks who work on projects or who have completed a certain thing, they get a certificate for having completed it, and they are able to show that on their resumes or on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Similarly, all these badges that are available, these are credly badges, so again a person can actually show that on his LinkedIn profile and get some benefit for the hiring part. But it cannot be specifically a hiring or an internship certificate.
But basically now this NEP is saying that there is a requirement of at least 1 or 2 internships in every semester.
Yes.
So what is happening is students are simply moving out and trying to identify some small institutes who are giving internship certificates. rather than developing their skill, they're just going to people where they are providing certificates.
Sir, I'm not aware of anyone who provides certificates without actually doing a
We do.
formal internship. But we do have a portal, a careers portal, where there are legitimate, opportunities that are posted over there, and students should just go look that up to see what is there. And then there is a separate process that is followed in all.
Okay, thank you.
So I think we'll end up taking the other questions in the break, I guess, during lunch in the interest of time.
Thank you so much. The session was really, really engaging. Thank you.